Hello folks and welcome to my channel. In this new video I want to show you a different type of training that you can do using the Fitball. Some of the exercises I'm going to show you might seem a bit challenging, but they're totally worth your time because you can get a lot of benefits, which I'm going to explain to you in a moment. The Fitball has features that makes it different from other type of training tools. First, it is round. So it can fit the curvature of parts of your body and support your spine in positions that you wouldn't normally be able to hold. For example, the backbend. So you can use it to improve your mobility in the spine and shoulders. Second, it rolls. So it is not fixed like a bench, but you can move it in any direction, and that means you can use it for countless different movements. And third, it is unstable. And working on an unstable surface engages your core and engages your nervous system to a greater extent, thereby improving your motor skills, so improving spatial awareness and body awareness, which ultimately leads to better control over your movements. So all these features make the Fitball a perfect tool for people who like to train calisthenics or work with the body weight in general, because of a lot of benefits like strengthening your core, improving flexibility and mobility of spine and shoulders, improving balance and stability, and developing advanced motor skills. One last recommendation before I start, and I would like to make this very clear. In some of the exercises, actually most of the exercises, it is very likely to fall, and actually did fall myself quite a lot of times, and it's very likely that you will fall as well. That's okay, that's normal, it's actually part of the training. But you must do the exercises on a soft surface, thereby reducing the risk of getting hurt. And also remember that when you do fall, you must tuck your chin to your chest so you can protect your neck. So that's it for the explanation, and let's start with the advanced Fitball exercises. You can do this one either by bouncing to the handstand position and back, which is harder, or holding the handstand once you're there. Either way, you focus on the transition from the horizontal to the vertical position, which engages all the posterior muscles from the glutes to the upper back. It is also great to practice on your handstand skills. The benefits of this exercise are twofold. First, it helps improve your spine flexibility for back bending, and second, it allows to do push-ups in a position that without a Fitball wouldn't be easy to attain and also could not be done explosively. So it is a great exercise for developing shoulder strength and power, while at the same time improving mobility. Make sure you press your hands hard and fast enough so that your feet touch the floor, and you can even progress it so that you end up upright, adding a full abs crunch to the movement. This drill is similar to the previous exercise of the backbend push-ups. This time you don't push back to return to the initial position, but instead you continue to move backwards into a back roll. When you do the back roll, you have to make sure you keep your head away from the floor, and this means you must support your body weight with your arms and shoulders only, which requires some strength. You can progress the previous drill by moving into a full handstand from the back bend. This is a great way to improve your handstand skills because it forces you to enter the handstand from a different position to the usual forward approach. It also challenges your core and develops good shoulder strength as it requires you to press all of your weight into the handstand, so it makes a good drill for those who want to train for the handstand push-ups. This one is a mobility drill for your hips and lower spine. It works mostly as a warm-up drill for sports that use a lot of rotations, especially explosive, like grappling martial arts. Make sure you press hard on the mat with the palm of your hands so you can shuffle side to side, and you rotate your hips to their full extent to maximize their mobility potential. Here you have a quite famous yoga pose, the scorpion, but this time we're doing it from the plank, using the Fitball to support our position during the transition from horizontal to vertical.
If you observe carefully, the body always remains in contact with the Fitball, even when you're upside down. And this is useful because by pressing your chest towards the ball, you force your shoulders and upper back to extend even further, maximizing your mobility in this area. This is a very challenging type of plank, and I do not recommend it until you have developed sufficient core strength, because if you don't, it can put a lot of pressure on your lower spine. On the other hand, if you do have enough strength, you can get a killer core workout with this one. The pike is a quite common core exercise, although on the Fitball can be quite hard because of the increased instability. This is a great drill to practice body alignment for the handstand, and ideally you should be able to keep a neutral spine when you're in the vertical position, which means that your lower back must be slightly arched, which I'm not doing as good as I wish, and that's because I still lack shoulder mobility. But that's what you should be aiming for. Anyway, you can progress this movement by lifting one leg at a time, so adding more instability to the position. Doing a back roll on the Fitball helps you develop your agility and spatial awareness. Also, it's a good start to overcome your fear of falling and learning to find your way to stability from an unsettled position. This is another great core exercise. It looks easier than it is, but it really challenges your abs and lower back. To do it properly though, you need to keep your lower back flat and pressing against the floor, which gets more difficult the lower you bring your legs. This exercise makes a great drill for those of you who want to learn the full planche. You have to try to shift your weight as forward as you possibly can while keeping your body straight. This position, however, might make your wrists hurt, and if that happens, rotate your fingertips outwards. A very challenging balance exercise here. You have to try to find your center of gravity first and then take your limbs to their full extension. But this is one of the best and most challenging ways to work your lower and mid back muscles. Here is a couple of different approaches to train your core stability. In the first one, you have to keep your body horizontal and parallel to the floor as in the normal hollow hold. But here you have the advantage that your lower back is supported by the Fitball. The second exercise is similar, but this time you have to keep your legs perpendicular to the floor, bringing your body into an L shape. This challenges your balance even more and engages your hip flexors as well as the abs. The third one is a combination of the previous two, fusing two static exercises into a dynamic one. As you can see, you must shift your weight continuously to maintain your balance, working different parts of your core at once. The Stalder on the Fitball works the same muscles as doing it on the floor, only adding more instability. So it makes sense to use the Fitball if your priority is to improve your balance. This one is a really good drill for back and shoulder mobility. The point to remember here is scapular depression. That means that you're bringing your shoulder blades down and towards the spine as you roll the Fitball towards you. If you look carefully at the movement here, you can see how I do the scapular depression by bringing the shoulders away from my ears as I press my hands against the Fitball. This one is a variation of the previous exercise. This time the body is supported by the Fitball and slides over it back and forth by pushing with the balls of your feet. Here there is no active scapular depression, although you must still keep your shoulders away from your ears. This is another great exercise to strengthen and improve mobility of your back. The following are two different variations of the explosive push-ups. Starting with a chest clap, which is a bit easier because it allows more time to put the hands back on the ground, and then progressing, extending the arms forward. Doing it on the Fitball is harder than its lower counterpart because it doesn't allow you to cheat by recoiling your hips, so all the power must come from your arms and pecs only. And here is another variation. Here, rather than going full explosive, which will get your arms to fatigue quickly, you do bouncing push-ups while at the same time making a 360 degrees turn clockwise and then counterclockwise. Here is shown in fast motion, as one whole set can last over a minute. So it's a great drill to work on your muscle resistance in your arms as well as your balance. The last one is an agility drill and also allows the pressing of your shoulders explosively, which is something that is hard to do with weights because you can't toss heavy things directly overhead. Here you must extend your arms and legs completely, bringing your body into an arch shape as you let yourself fall forward. Although it is very easy to feel disoriented because you can't really see where you are nor where you're going, try not to panic and do weird things. Let yourself forward, think that a Fitball is in front of you and is going to support and cushion your fall. Just make sure the ball is not moving before jumping. As you get more confidence, you can progress the exercise by speeding up the movement or using a larger Fitball.